Hello.
One sec, still testing, still setting up. Woo. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I just finished this workout myself. Anne Marie convinced me to run outside and do it as soon as I got home, so I figured I would test it. Make sure it works. Definitely worked. Definitely worked.
Yeah.
Danielle.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that you might be coming back at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back for a little while.
Okay.
Probably Thursday or Friday. Well,
Cool. The reason I know that is because I was involved with a lot of the gym rental stuff.
okay.
And Julie texted me because she knew I was the last person that was at the gym. And she asked what equipment was still there because she had you and somebody else that was inquiring as to what dumbbells and stuff are still at the gym. So I went by there today and took a little inventory and texted her. Unfortunately, there's no 20s, 25s, or 30s, which is probably what you were looking for. There's a lot of 15s, which are better than 10s, I guess. So there's a little update on that front. So when you get back into town, I'm sure you can stop by and upgrade.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
15 is better than 10 for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good to know.
Or you can just go crazy and get like 40s. I think there's some 40s there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, some, like today, for example, you could easily do 40. Like a dumb, just single dumbbell, hold it by the two heads.
Yeah. That would be like the only time it would come in handy.
I don't know. You're pretty strong. I think you could do a couple workouts with 40. All right. Well, it seems like it might just be the five of us.
Alrighty.
How's everybody else doing? Garrett, you good? Whatever happened, did you ever check your time on that double under workout to see how close you were, or if you did an extra burpee?
I did an extra burpee in the middle and last round.
Yeah,
so
I saw that. I spotted that.
16 and 10, and I started late because I didn't, my internet went out right when you counted down. So I ended up, if I do it from when I start my jump rope and when I did 9 burpees, I was one step faster than Alex.
Nice. That's pretty impressive. Anytime you can beat Alex in a workout, you've done something special.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Katya, I see you're in the same old spot.
Yeah.
All right. You practicing your double unders at all since the last time I saw you?
A little, but they're about the same. But I still am glad to have a rope.
Right. Exactly. And Kenny, still got no paintings or anything on the wall there. No decorating so far in the quarantine.
No. Not gonna do that.
The bare essentials. All right. So before, I guess you guys probably looked at the workout. Today, I have Wednesday, April 15th, formerly known as Tax Day. My little joke for the day. 5 rounds for time, 10 deadlifts. Anne-Marie, stop knocking shit over, please. 10 deadlifts, 20 alternating pistol squats, 10 deadlifts, 20 push-ups. Okay, so if you do a little bit of math, any of you accounting majors out there, you'll know that that's 100 reps of everything. So you're going to be doing 100 reps of deadlifts, 100 reps of pistols, and 100 reps of push-ups. Obviously, you're breaking up your deadlifts each round, and you're doing your pistol squats and your push-ups unbroken, okay? Or straight through. That doesn't necessarily have to be unbroken, obviously. So that tells us one thing. When we're doing our deadlifts, we're going to go light because we want to be able to do all 10 reps unbroken or at a minimum sets of 5. No singles, no doubles, the weight that you use today. Will probably, for more people than not, it'll probably be lighter than what you could do because most of us only have certain dumbbells or certain odd objects and things like that. If you do have a barbell, which I don't know, Barrett, you don't have a barbell, do you? Okay, so none of you guys have barbells. I used a barbell when I did it. So if you had a barbell, you might be able to go a little heavier, but otherwise, what we're looking to focus on today is speed. So treat it kind of like, when you do your good mornings, you stand and squeeze your butt at the top of every rep. Since we're going lighter, then we really want to try to cycle these quickly, squeeze our butt at the top, and then get right back down. And what I also want you to focus on is sort of shaving the thigh and the shin on the way down with whatever your weight is. So not having it dangle way out in front of you, but really just come up the leg, right against the leg, standing up nice and tall, okay? Let me ask you guys real quick, just so I have an idea of what we're working with. Barrett, what are you going to be lifting today?
The 50 dumbbell.
Okay, 50-pound dumbbell, holding it by both heads, down and back. Katya, what you got?
I have 50 pounds in this little duffel bag. I don't know if that's too much or if I should-
You'll be okay. You can do sets of 5 with that. The other thing about a duffel bag, it'll be interesting to see how you hold it because you may not be able to go down quite as low as you would with a barbell just because the duffel bag is so thick. So
Right.
it might shorten up your range of motion a little bit unless you had something nearby that you could elevate your feet and stand up on. If not, then we'll just make it work. Danielle, how about you?
I have my 10s.
Okay.
I have these straps. They're like short straps. I think they tack on like 50 pounds of
Oh,
these.
yeah. So you're gonna put them over your feet, right?
Like, yeah, put them like under.
So do you put them in? Do you hold the dumbbell in each hand and then I'll wrap the band around the dumbbell?
Well, I would do either or.
That's what I would do. Either or, not because you can.
Or that.
Okay, and you could do both. You can wrap the dumbbell around and lift with the strap. I've seen people do that with dumbbells. So you may want to play with that because I think you could probably do both and still be fine with the workout and just challenge yourself a little more. It'll basically just add 20 pounds.
Yeah, because I think these blue bands said something about like 50 pounds of resistance.
Okay. So yeah, if you think that feels good for 10 reps, then we'll just stick with those. I would do those as opposed to the 10-pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenny, how about you?
Use the resistance band and then probably wear a weight vest.
Okay, so how are you gonna do the deadlifts?
With resistance band, just
Stand on
Grab
the
it
top of
up.
it. Stand with it between your feet and then one in each hand.
yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so then on our pistols, obviously when we're doing the warm up, we'll talk about the narrow squat, 2-legged narrow squat as one version. We can do the behind the leg assisted pistol squat, which is probably my recommended scale for pistols. Obviously, if you have RX pistols, Kenny, I'm sure you probably do. Barrett, I'm guessing maybe you do. You don't. Not your cup of tea today. All right, so we'll do some scale version. You can also pistol squat to a target. So if you struggle with pistols, maybe pull a chair up and just go down, touch your butt to the bottom. Don't fully relax on the chair, but just tap it and stand. That's obviously a good option for our pistol squats as well. And then on our push-ups, obviously these are what drive Julie and Craig crazy with all of us. Our discipline on our push-ups is probably one of the movements that we are the least disciplined on. So let's try to keep our core nice and tight, going to our knees when we need to. 20 push-ups each set is a lot. So if you want to do sets of 5, rest, shake your arms out, and get back on it. As soon as you feel yourself starting to snake a little bit, that's where you want to go to your knees and finish off the set and just keep moving. Your triceps and your chest, at least for me, when I just did the workout, those were the thing that was burning the most. The pistols, I was sort of doing assisted, and I was going through them slowly and smoothly, so they weren't so bad, but the push-ups is what really got me. So we'll work on those as well. Then after the workout, we've got 4 rounds for quality of 10 sit-ups and 10 knee tucks, okay? So those are pretty straightforward. You'll notice it's 4 sets. Normally when we're doing core, we do 3 sets, but since it's only 10 and 10, 10 and 10, if you want to grab your ab mat, or you can do anchored sit-ups if you want. I'll leave that up to you, okay? Any questions? It's enough talking. We'll get moving. All right, so go ahead and stand up. We're going to start with 10 good mornings. So just get those hands behind your head, prisoner style. Pull those elbows back for me. Slight bend in the knee, but only go so far as here. If I start to go here, my lower back starts to round, and I don't want to go that far. So let your hamstrings be your guide on these. Nice work, looking good.
10, right?
Yep, just 10. Find a little bit of space, guys. You may want to turn and face the camera, whatever you have the most room width-wise. What we're going to do now is Cossack squats. We're going to do 8 total. Our Cossack squats are our lateral squats, so I'm going to be in this nice wide stance. I'm going to come over, squat down, back up. That's 1. Same thing other side. So alternating. There you go, Kenny. That looks really good. These are very challenging for folks, so go as low as you can. Danielle, that looks perfect. These don't look like they're that challenging for you guys.
No.
Nice work. Eight total. All right, now we're gonna grab our object, whatever our object is. Before we get into our deadlift, we're gonna start with Romanian deadlift or RDLs. The difference between an RDL and a regular deadlift is our hips and shoulders don't really lower like they do in a deadlift. So I'm gonna grab this 35-pound kettlebell right here. So on a regular deadlift, my butt goes back and then my hips and shoulders drop together. On an RDL, I just come down, my legs stay straight, my hips stay up, and then I stand up. So down, up. Slight bend in the knee, but you're not dropping your hips. Your hips are staying nice and high. Kenny, those are beautiful. Katya, is there no way to hold that bag the other way? Like, is there handles on the end that you could flip it upside down and hold it by chance? There's no way to flip it because I'm thinking your range of motion would be a lot better if you could hold it the other way. I'm just, from the bottom, just the exact opposite of what you were doing before. So still the same way. Sorry, Danielle. I'm trying to. I know
Okay.
you've done these before with a bag. I know you might have some pointers, but the handle. I was hoping maybe it had handles on the end so you could hold it this way, like wide.
Yeah, it does.
Just
It
that
does.
way that way you'll be able to go lower.
Like this?
Yeah. Because now you go lower than you were going before.
Good.
Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, so let's go ahead and get in a white squat stance. All we're gonna do now is we're gonna drop down into our squat stance. We're gonna settle in with our chest up, and we're gonna rock heel to toe, pressing the knees out with the elbow, driving the heels to the floor. All right, grab my toes, send my hips skyward, drop my head. Nice hamstring stretch. Pull myself down into my squat for number 2. Again, heel to toe. Hips skyward, drop the head. Hit those hamstrings, hip side to side. Go down one more time. This time, take my palm left palm, left shoe, right hand, plug fingers into the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, switch. Right hand, right foot, plug the left hand into the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, hands up, stand up. Hands up, stand up. All right, give me 5 air squats. Sort of slow. I'm just looking for a nice, even pace on these, opening your hips at the top each time. Good work. All right, now it's time for some athletic burpees. Go ahead and give me 6 athletic burpees. Practice getting down there. You can stand and squeeze. If you want to jump and squeeze, that's fine too. Excellent, excellent. Good stuff. All right, now let's talk regular deadlift. So we did the Romanian deadlift where we kept our knees sort of straight and our hips up in the air. Now we're going to talk regular deadlift, okay? So for those of you with bands, you might find these to be a little bit different than what you're used to, so you may have to sort of shift your range of not your range of motion, but the track of your hands a little bit, because you're not holding an object in space. Instead, you're just pulling a band. So we'll work with you guys. But for everybody else that's holding an object, Katya, Barrett, this will go for you guys. On a deadlift, we're gonna trace the leg on the way down. As soon as I hit the knees, my hips and shoulders drop together. My back is a nice, like a ramp, sort of like this. Instead of like this, I want my back to be in this position. Go ahead, deadlift your object up into the hang. All right, so right now I want to see everybody pull those shoulder blades back with a nice Superman chest. Tinny, that looks good. Barrett, you go on one hand at a time. I'm going to just do 2 hands on that dumbbell for right now. You can just hold it by the heads. Hold it by the heads. There you go. All right, now go ahead and send those hips back. Send the hips back. Slight bend in the knee, Katya. Send the hips back, and then drop the hips and shoulders down to the floor, and then return back up. There you go. Give me 6 deadlifts. 6 deadlifts. Can you try to just drop your hips a little bit more? I know that's probably, with those bands, you may want to do more RDL style if it's not giving you the resistance you need. I'll let you make that call. All right, once you've done 6, go ahead and safely return the weight to the floor. Nice work. All right, give me another set of burpees. This time we're going full burpee, okay? So give me 6 full burpees. Just to get our biceps warmed up for our push-ups and our chest woken up just a little bit. All right, looking good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is our third scale option, which would probably be the easiest scale option for the pistol squat. Okay, so we're gonna get in a nice narrow stance. My feet are gonna be right together. All right, this is the only squat where we actually tell you guys that your knees are sort of gonna shoot out over top of your toes. We normally like to have our knees pulled back and our shins perpendicular to the floor. But in a narrow squat, your knees are automatically going to shoot out, and that's okay. So I'm going to keep my chest up. I counterbalance with my hands out like this. Come down, heels on the ground, and stand up. Go ahead and give me 8 narrow squats. There you go, Katya. That's a great. The fact that all of you guys can get way below parallel tells me that you guys have the range of motion for RX pistol squats. So all you got to do is work on the strength. All right, nice work. Now just to counterbalance those narrow squats, let's hit a set of wide squats. So get in a sumo stance, all right? I want you to go down to the bottom and then press your knees out with your forearms when you get to the bottom. Take your forearms, there we go, Danielle. Give me 6 sumo squats with a press out with your forearms at the bottom of each one. There you go, looking good. Good stuff. All right, now we're going to get back down into our push-up position. This time I'm going to have you guys do 4 hand release push-ups. So you can go from your knees or you can go from plank position, either way. Hand release. That way you know your chest is on the ground. I found myself doing hand release push-ups during the workout today just to make sure I got down every time. Obviously, you don't have to do that, but. All right, nice work. Go ahead and stand back up. All right, option 2 for our pistol today. This is probably my favorite, and Kenny knows what I'm doing. He's already setting up for it before I even say anything. So we're going to take the one leg, and we're going to place it behind the other leg. So I'm going to show you from the back here. You can see my right leg, place it behind my left leg on my calf, okay? Then I'm going to send my hips back. My chest goes forward, down, and up, all right? Go ahead and give me 2 on each leg. So 2 right leg, then 2 left leg. Gotcha, those look perfect. There you go. Danielle, so yeah, there you go. Your toe, sometimes your toe will sort of slide down. I want you guys to really try to keep the back leg toe off the floor. And the way you do that is when you place it on your calf, each time you do that, you make sure you place it up higher towards your knee. A couple of reps that I did during my workout today, I was kind of lazy and I let my foot sort of just go right here on my heel instead of up on my calf. And then what happens is you end up pushing off the floor with your opposite leg. So really be careful about where you place that. All right. So actually give me one more set of 2. Give me one more set of 2 on each leg. You can alternate them if you want, either way. 2. So Barrett, is your opposite foot, the back leg, are you putting that on the floor?
Yeah, I think that's on my day.
Okay, gotcha. If a lot of times you got a knee issue or something, not feeling so hot, then that's another version where you're kind of doing like a 70% on one leg, 30% on the other.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get down one more set of push-ups here. Give me 4. You don't have to do hand release this time, just 4 push-ups, chest to deck. All right, now what we're gonna do is our primer. I always like to throw a primer at you guys before we start. It's gonna be 4 deadlifts, 4 pistols, 4 push-ups. 4 deadlifts, 4 alternating pistols, so you're only gonna do 2 on each leg. So 4, 4, 4 for your primer. Then we'll take a 30-second to a minute break, get ourselves set up, and then we'll get started.
Should my feet be on the outside of this duffel or like inside?
Of the duffel, so face me. Let me see how it looks when you face me.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yep. No, let me just see how wide you have to be. So obviously that's a little bit wider. Let me see what they are when you have them more narrow. Not that narrow. Definitely not that narrow. That's probably where you want one right there.
What is it? I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Keep your eyes up, Katya. I mean, that looks good to me.
Oh. But yeah, eyes up.
You may need to put your knees out a little more than you would normally, just because of the shape of the object.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Sometimes you have to work with what you got.
Okay.
All right, so everybody give me 4, 4, 4. Gotcha. I think you just did 4 deadlifts. Give me 4 pistols and 4 push-ups. The rest of you guys can strap in. Kenny's getting his weight. What do you got on there, Kenny? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry.
20-pound weight vest.
20-pound weight.
I've never done pistols with a weight vest, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool. I think you'll be all right. It's 10 each leg. You should be right. That looks pretty good to me.
What is it again?
So the rep scheme is going to be 10, 20, 10, 20, 5 rounds. So
Yeah.
every time you're going to do 10 deadlifts. So it's 10 deadlifts, 20 pistols, 10 deadlifts, 20 push-ups. That's 1 round. Back to 10 deadlifts. It always goes back to 10 deadlifts. Every time you finish something, 10 deadlifts, then to the other movement. Once you do your first round, it's pretty much you're just moving in a circle the whole time.
Yeah.
So you do 10 rounds, basically 10 sets of 10 deadlifts and 5 sets of 20 push-ups and 5 sets of 20 alternating pistols. I'll tell you guys, when I see you guys standing up from the push-ups, I'll remind you to go back to your deadlift so that you don't forget and go like straight to the pistols. This workout's taking folks anywhere from 10 minutes all the way up to like 20 minutes. It really just depends on how hard you're pushing on the pistols and like what scaling options you're using for the push-ups. If you're doing RX push-ups instead of knee push-ups, obviously that's gonna add a little bit more time. But we've got plenty of time. So if you want to fight through for 20 minutes, then let's do that.
Yeah.
We good to go?
Good to go.
All right, let's put our put everything on mute. I see Katya's muted. Garrett, you going in for any records today? No, not today. All right, the workout's going to start with deadlifts, and then our first other movement other than deadlift is pistols. So get set up here. We'll get started. Let me get the clock turned on here. All right, we got our standard clock. All right, we got 0 on the clock. Everybody's behind their deadlift. Looks like we're ready to go. All right, 10 deadlift starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Does look good, Kenny. Pistol squats or some version of pistol squats is the second movement. Excellent, Katya. Those look great. Nice work, Kenny. Squeeze your butt at the top, each one of these. Nice work. There you go, Barrett. Ten deadlifts after every movement. So after these pistol squats, you're gonna go back to the deadlift. There you go, Katya. Nice flat back. There you go. I like those push-ups, Danielle. Nice push-ups, Kenny. Here we go, finishing up round 1. You're only at 2 minutes, 2 minutes in. Short breaks, Barrett. Right back on it. I like those elbows in nice and tight. There you go, Danielle. There you go. Stand and squeeze. Back and forth, Kenny. Alternate. Looking good. Heels down. Make sure you keep those heels down on those pistols and the narrow squats. Three minutes in. Nice work. Like the one arm deadlift, that works just as well, Danielle. All right, here you go, Danielle. Those look good. I like that. Throw in an assisted every once in a while if you need it, Katya, and then just keep moving. You forgot the deadlifts, Katya. You go from the pistols to the deadlifts. Trust me, I almost did the same thing when I was doing it. Don't forget the deadlifts. That's it, Kenny. Very nice, Barrett. Short breaks. Try to keep those palms on the floor. That'll make your breaks shorter. Right back on it. Nice work, Danielle. You guys are moving through this pretty fast. There you go. Looking good. 5 minutes in. 5 minutes. There it is, Danielle. Try to go all 20. You might have to start using that weight vest every time you do pistols, Kenny. Those look good. There you go. Here we go, Barrett. Back on it. Nice. Moving through quick. 6 minutes in. That's it. Eyes up for me, Barrett. Keep that head up, chest up. Scrape the leg with your object. Keep that dumbbell right on your shins and thighs, Barrett. Nice, Kaya. Good. Up and down. Chest up. Seven minutes in. Make sure you get that bag all the way down to the floor. That's it, Danielle. Way to fight. Short breaks. Nice. Good. Here we go, Barrett. There you go. Right on the leg. That's it, Kenny. That's it, Katya. Good work. 8 minutes down. Here we go. Those look really good, Daniel. All 20. Cruising. That's it. Another round down, Katya. Getting close. Coming up on 9 minutes. That's it, Barrett. All right, here we go, Kenny. Come on. Let's finish strong. Nice, Barrett. That's helpful. She's almost done. Dogs, let her finish. Let's go. Over 10 minutes in. That's it. Nice work, guys. All right, 5th round, I think, Danielle, unless I'm counting wrong. Yep. Here we go. Coming up on 11 minutes. Here we go, Kenny. That's it, Daniel. Good. Home stretch here, Daniel. Knock these out. Back to the deadlifts, back to the push-ups, and you're done. Chest all the way down there, Katya. Nice. Nice job, nice job. We are approaching 12 minutes. 12 minutes on the clock. Last set of deadlifts, Danielle. Come on. Here we go, Kenny. You're getting close as well. Let's go, Barrett. Last round, Katya. You have 4 down. All right, here we go. All right, Danielle, here we go. Your form's been excellent on these push-ups, so stay true to that, even if you have to take a couple breaks. Give me good form. All right, here we go. Time, Barrett, 12:55 on the clock right now, so it's probably 12:40 something, 12:47, 12:48. There you go, Barrett. You can go ahead and unmute it if you want. Here we go, Katya. Come on. Last set of pistols. Last set of push-ups, guys. Come on. Nice work. 13:40 on the clock. 13:40, Danielle. Here we go, Kenny. Last set of deadlifts, Katya. Here we go. Come on. That's it, Kenny. Come on. 14:05. Let's go. $14.12. Nice, Kenny. All right, here we go. 20 push-ups, Katya, and you're done. Take your breaks when you need them. Take your breaks when you need them, then get right back on it. When you guys are rested, you guys can go ahead and unmute yourselves if you want to. Here we go, Katya. Come on. Nice work. 15 minutes on the clock right now. Home stretch. Come on. Is that it? 15:14. Excelente. Good job. Nice work. Barrett, you back. How was that?
That's good.
You
Good
look a
scale.
lot better after that workout than you did after the double unders and burpees.
Yes, I do.
Kenny, how the weight vest treats you?
Good.
Yeah, it looked definitely looked like you'd done those pistols before with the weight vest. They weren't slowing you down too much.
Yeah, I mean, it just got hard around like after 10 reps because I would do like 10 really fast,
Yeah.
and then it really.
And then
So
in
you-
your mind, at least on the down slope, you know you're almost done, and you're gonna get another 2.5 minute break before you have to do any more pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, you guys crushed my time. You guys didn't spend very much time taking breaks, so that looked good. So we'll take another minute or two. If you have an ab mat handy or some kind of yoga mat or whatever it is you need, then go ahead and grab that now. It's going to be 4 rounds for time of sit-ups, and if you want to do unanchored sit-ups, you can butterfly your feet, however you want to do those. If you would do ab mat sit-ups or regular sit-ups, and then our knee tucks. Knee tucks are just going to be elevated shoulders. We're going to bring those knees into the chest. The way I like to do them is with my wide arms out here. Can you see me here? Got my knees up, come up, back down, up, knees to chest, knees to chest. So it's kind of like a stiff contraction and then a release on each rep. And it's only 10, and it's a lot of core. So like they don't really the two movements don't really complement each other. They kind of hit the same muscle group, so you may need to take some rest. That's why it's for quality today instead of for time. So take your breaks when you need to. But we're going to do 4 rounds. So once you guys have caught your breath, probably get started on those.
10 and 10.
10 for 4 rounds. So basically you're doing 40 sit-ups and 40 knee tucks, alternating sets of 10.
Okay.
And on those knee tucks, again, it's a contraction, pulling those knees in, shoulders off the floor, extending the knees out. Sit, yeah, that's great, Danielle. Sit nice and tall on those sit-ups. Bring those shoulders up. Try not to hunch your shoulders. I know for me that's a little difficult. There you go, Kenny. Squeeze on each one. So it's almost like you're trying to, squeeze a lemon or something.
Yeah, I used to call these lemon squeezers.
Yeah, we did. They were called lemon squeezers last time we did these, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You can do these one leg alternating too, like where you have one leg straight and one leg up, and then you alternate them so you only squeeze one at a time. those tend to work your obliques a little more. So if you wanted to throw a set of those in, that's fine. Play with it. As long as you're working your core, I'm happy. Yep, you can go short breaks, just go one to the other to the other. If you hit all 40 reps of each movement in a row, I pretty much assure you you'll feel that afterwards, and probably a little bit tomorrow and the next day maybe. I think Craig just got sick of always doing 3 rounds, so today he decided he'd throw you a curveball and make you do 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like tomorrow, same thing. Tomorrow, part 2 is 4 rounds of 10 and 10. Hollow rocks and Supermans. 10 hollow rocks, 10 Supermans.
More of what you would think of for core, not like good mornings. Like I had to like Google search it and be like, good mornings are really core.
Well, if you think about it, I agree with you, but core goes all the way around 360 degrees. So when
Yeah.
you think about your core, you got to remember that your lower back, your lumbar spine is also considered part of your core. So when you get those good mornings, it's still technically core, even though you normally think about like your abs.
Right. Yeah.
But since it does go all the way around your back, that's still technically core, I guess.
Sure.
And sometimes I think it's core / accessory work is really what we do. Sometimes we do wall sits. I mean,
Right.
wall sits are still technically core, but they're a lot more leg than they are core. So we would say that's probably more accessory work than it is. Or if we do, wall walks, or sometimes we'll hold,
Yeah, wall walks, I definitely felt it all over.
yeah, wall walks are no joke. I mean,
Coming down, I was like, whoa,
I
okay.
feel like wall walks is something that we used to do in workouts. And I think maybe we should try to bring that back, because a lot of folks aren't really good at handstand push-ups, but they can do wall walks. So it's like, that's their opportunity to
But
practice.
that should be the modification, really.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Like
you're
you gotta-
practicing going upside down. You're practicing your balance. You're practicing being comfortable upside down. Obviously, with a wall walk, you're facing the wall instead of facing away from the wall, which you normally would be doing on a handstand push-up. But the skills involved, I think with handstand push-ups, all the different scales, whether or not you're using raised ab mats. One of my personal favorites that we did at my gym in North Carolina, but we don't really do here, and you may have seen me do them in the gym, is using bands. So like you can hook bands to the rig. I think that's a great scale, because you still get to have full range of motion on the handstand push-up, but you're just getting a little help on the way up. So you're not shorting the range of motion. You're just getting some assistance. So I think all of those have added value, and when you mix them up, as opposed to always scaling the same way. Like if you're always stacking 3 ab mats, you're never getting into the range of motion where you're all the way down, so that you're going to be so weak at the bottom. You're going to build strength at the top press out. You're never going to get that strength that you need. And seated dumbbell press, which is what we normally do. I mean, you really have to hit those a lot before you can build the strength to lift your body weight.
Yeah, and if you're just doing like a 20 in each arm, it's not.
Yeah, you're a long way from being able to do a handstand push-up at that point. And then you're not working the kip. That's the thing about doing if you shorten the range of motion, then you can really work on the kip. So on the days where you stack the 3 ab mats, that's where you're working on your hips, and your kip, and being able to help yourself up. And then on the days where you're doing a band, maybe then you don't use a kip and you're going strict and you're practicing the range of motion. So there's always sort of different pieces that you can hit based on how you scale. And that pretty much goes for all the different movements that we do. We try to come up with some creative scales, but I think we could probably be a little more creative with throwing wall walks in. And that's something I'll mention to Julie, because I think I hate them, but like after I do them, I'm like, damn, that was like a full body, like kick my ass. I just did 5 wall walks and I feel like smashed.
Right.
I feel like we should add this. And you don't have to go all the way up. Some people can do a wall walk to about 45 degrees and walk back down, and they're still getting a benefit too. So,
Right. No, it
yeah.
makes sense.
All right. Well, we don't have wall walks tomorrow, but the workout tomorrow, since you guys are at 6 p.m., I'll go ahead and give you the preview. We are doing the name of the workout. Craig's really creative with his names. Kettlebell jump. So I'm guessing we're jumping and doing kettlebells. So we're doing for time 50, 35, 20 reps of box jumps, kettlebell swings. So 50 box jumps, 50 kettlebell swings or odd object swings, 35 box jumps, 35 kettlebell swings, 20 box jumps, 20 kettlebell swings, and time.
Oh,
So that's a total of 85, 95, 105 reps
of each thing.
of box jumps and kettlebell swings. So,
American.
so tonight when you're falling asleep, when your head's on your pillow, you can think about the creative ways that you can come up with objects to swing or boxes to jump on or couches to jump on. Danielle, I've seen you do that in your inside.
Yeah.
And then,
I've been using that.
yeah, right. It's nicer to be outside. You probably have a couple more options.
Yeah.
Outside. All right. Well, any other questions, comments, concerns? Great to see you guys. It's nice to see you all because you guys are like every time. We need to see if we can get other folks to drop in. I think some people are just camera shy. So
Maybe.
in my mind, they're still doing the workouts. They're just doing them on their own.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I like to tell myself anyway. All right. Well, great seeing you guys. Danielle, when you get back to town, if Julie may have me try to link up. That's what she's been doing because I live right next to the gym. So
Yeah.
like Camilla the other day, she came by to rent some stuff. I just texted her and she met me over there and I filled out the paperwork. So if you want to come grab a dumbbell, we can get in touch. I'll let Julie know that I talked to you on the line tonight. And
Okay, cool.
the rest of you guys, I'll see you next time. I'll be at 6 p.m. at some point next week. But until then, take care, get some dinner, get some rest.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye,
See you
guys.
Bye.